Welcome back to another episode of our Dinner Party podcast. I'm Lindsay Jagger.
And I'm Keith Williams.
Welcome back to the podcast that's all about pop culture. In today's episode, we're talking about Back to the Mall, EV cars, again, Angel Reese, Founder Mode, Stranger Danger, and Dumb Schools.
Dumb schools.
Exactly. You'll find out when we get there.
Okay.
But first and foremost, Keith, what are we drinking today?
Today, I introduce strawberry lemonade.
I actually love that.
Yeah.
We've had like so much nostalgia, which we'll kick it off with a nostalgic topic again today. But we had the sparkling ice fruit punch, which was on point, and so I'm excited.
Ooh, I just took the cap off, and it smells so good.
Fragrant.
Oh no.
Fragrant. I also appreciate that we're bringing out solo cups.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I saw.
it's a real party now.
I
This
saw
is
we
our
had.
dinner party.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
have at parties. So.
Yeah.
But I saw I had a clear one. And I was like, oh, I should grab the clear one.
Yes, because it is a beautiful color. So it's kind of peach color.
Yeah.
You know, it's lemonade, but
Give it a whiff.
all right. Let me see. Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
I want that to be like a candle.
It does smell really good.
I'm in.
Ooh,
I like this
could
one
just
also.
sit here and smell it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I would take that in a candle, a lotion, whatever sparkling ice. Sparkling ice, I need you to team it up with like Yankee or somebody. Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
I do want this as a scent I can wear.
Yeah.
And it tastes great too.
Yeah.
So another job well done by our friends at Sparkling Ice. Thank you for giving us money.
It could be the other option for your wedding. You'll have fruit punch.
And
or
mac and cheese.
And mac
Oh,
and cheese.
yeah.
Hot dogs and strawberry lemonade.
That's true. You do need two drinks.
Yeah.
It's also, it can be like the bride and groom. Like you can pick a drink.
Oh, yeah. Because it's like,
Because he doesn't get to actually pick. It's just me picking anyway.
right. There's always like a lemonade option. So
Yeah, I like it.
there you go.
Done. I'm one step closer to being married.
Yeah. Write that off. Check it off your checkbox to-do list.
Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna know what to do by the time I meet him.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I got all this planned out. You're
Yeah.
good. You're good. I'm an organized woman.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into today's episode. First thing we're doing, we have to go back to the mall. I kicked off the last episode with another mall update. But there's good news on the horizon for another classic mall brand. It is J. Crew. J. Crew is bringing their catalog back. The catalog originally ran from 1983 to 2017. The company was founded in 1947, so I don't know if the 80s just kicked off a, long spurt of catalogs, but it had a good run. Discontinued 2017. It's coming back. The new magazine will reflect the brand's newfound success as sales in 2024 are reaching nearly $3 billion, which I believe is a record, and a huge win for their CEO, who basically took over after the company filed for bankruptcy. So that was no bueno, but they're back and they're better than ever. And along with like Gap and Abercrombie and Fitch and all those kind of mall stores, they're just killing it in the stock market game. So, J. Crew and catalogs. Would you get a catalog? I guess that's my question. Is like, I think I would actually like. I kind of like catalogs. I get a couple randomly. I don't know why, but I do, and I kind of like them. Especially Christmas catalogs. I actually really like Neiman Marcus, who's also I think in the process of being bought or going bankrupt, does a really nice, like fun Christmas catalog and has extravagant gifts because it's Neiman Marcus of like a champagne vending machine, like things that someone might buy.
Oh.
I didn't, but someone out there certainly could. And what a Christmas gift it would make. Delightful.
I don't think I've ever bought anything from J. Crew, which may not shock you. I do remember the magazines.
I am thoroughly shocked.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't remember their like
Yeah.
so the last magazine in 2017 on the cover was Demi Moore. Which I don't know that I think of her and J. Well, to be honest, I think everyone in America should think of Michelle Obama and J. Crew.
Oh.
I don't know who's on the cover of this magazine. If it's not Michelle Obama, swing and a miss, because she kind of exclusively wore J. Crew throughout her time with Barack in the White House.
Okay.
So that's, love it, hate it, whatever, depending on your style, but
Yeah.
that is kind of what she wore. So that's
Okay.
who I associate with J. Crew.
Yeah, no, my magazine shopping concluded in the 90s. Whenever I would get like Atlanta Braves, every
Mhm.
year they'd send out their catalog for
Mhm.
memorabilia, and I'd circle everything I wanted in there. And
Did you
then,
ever like do the like Christmas catalogs or not catalogs, but like on Thanksgiving you'd get the stacks of like
oh
paper
yeah,
too. I think
yeah,
of those. I mean, I guess those aren't
like the
catalogs.
ads.
Yeah, I guess they were just ad books.
Yeah.
Like I can remember doing
Well,
that.
like the
Like
Sears
Target.
catalog, I think was the big one back in the
Yeah,
day.
that's true.
Um,
I think of Target. I might be a little bit younger than I think
uh,
Sears was on like halfway out.
yeah, I mean they were going out, but they still sent them out. I think
Is Sears gone?
I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe
that let's bring that company back. If millennials can do anything, it's bring back Sears.
maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. We brought back Abercrombie, Gap, J. Crew.
Yeah,
Sears was a mall staple. Let's bring it back.
they were always there.
You could get a sweater and a lawnmower,
You could
which,
Craftsman.
yeah,
They still have Craftsman tools and stuff. Like could be a different brand
yeah.
outside of Sears.
I don't know. But if we're resurrecting things, let's bring back, like, let's really put the power to the test of the millennial here and bring back Sears because that's an anchor store,
Ooh,
right? Those were always anchor stores. They had
remember
the big space in the mall.
LS Airs?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
They had a tea room here. Did LS Airs exist within the context of Indianapolis and the Midwest, or did it make it outside?
I don't know.
Me either. But we had a LS Airs tea room. Like it was fancy. LS Airs was the fancy one.
Tea room?
Yeah.
I
They
didn't
had
know that.
it was a tea room. Like um
Hmm,
actually Nordstrom has a cafe, Neiman Marcus has a cafe. I think Saks Fifth Avenue also has cafes. So
hmm,
it was kind of on par for like high-end department stores back in the day to have
okay,
cafes. They had a tea room. It was pretty decadent and really well known for being
really?
classy, kind of like a staple place to go if you
Okay.
needed to raise your pinky for something.
Yeah, no. My mom, I would go with her to the mall, and she would just be like, "All right, meet me at this store at
Yeah.
this time. See ya."
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I never went into the stores. I just sometimes would have to meet her
It-
outside of one of them.
They're like kind of like safe playgrounds in a way
Yeah,
because it's like it's all enclosed. You can only go so far.
yeah.
I don't know.
Go to the
Like,
arcade or the sports stores.
yeah, the arcades are like no longer in the malls
No,
either.
they're
Those
not.
went out. People started playing Xbox at home. I think
Yeah.
people would get into it though. Like we have a bar in Indy that is an arcade bar. I think they're pretty popular.
Hmm.
Just throw one of those in a mall.
Well, what's great about that one you're
Also,
talking
let's put some
about?
alcohol in malls. I think it'd really
Yeah,
come back if we threw in that.
people would hang out there more.
Oh yeah, drunk shopping? Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's
Oh,
go.
increasing sales.
Heck yeah. I need this sweater in every color because I know I do.
Yeah, you just know it.
Yeah, you just know it then. You feel the color at that point.
Yeah. Well, I think what makes that the arcade around here really good is the shipping or not shipping. The games are free.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have to go in with like a pocket full of change. And
Yeah.
it obviously they're making money off of
The
the
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm sure they can figure it out. Like put a arcade bar and then maybe there's the dry arcade that does take coins or whatever.
Like
I don't know.
21 and under arcade.
Yeah, exactly. Where you have to have your like Apple Pay set up to like
Yeah.
tap and play. I think people will do it because arcade games are still way different than Xbox and
Yeah.
stuff. Like you would enjoy both things for very different reasons.
Exactly. Yeah, they have, the little games with the guns where you shoot monsters and aliens and
Yeah.
zombies, and those are fun. Or
Duck hunting,
the
old
driving
school.
games are fun
Driving games are always a good time.
because
Especially if you're the motorcycle, you get to lean.
oh yeah, yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah, there's so many good arcade games. They just don't. Yeah, they're not even comparable to the at home game.
No. Yeah, so we got to bring back arcade. We got to put alcohol there. There is actually a bar in the mall in northern, like north of Indianapolis.
Mm,
It's, I think, specifically like a whiskey, like bourbon
really?
bar. Yeah, and it's in the middle of the food court.
Huh?
Yeah, so you can drink and shop at that mall. Actually, there's a couple bars in that mall, so they're figuring it out. The malls
Oh,
are doing it. The malls are hats off to the good people at Simon. They're figuring it out. Yeah, throw some alcohol in there. Bring back J. Crew's catalogs,
Yeah,
and
they have
everything
to.
else is good to go.
Simon's got to make money so they can buy more Pacer players.
Heck yeah. Yeah, they sure do. All right. Well, best of luck to them all, but looks like everything's in order. So I expect to see tons of catalogs rolling into my mail, and I'll say, "Who signed me up for all of these?"
Yeah, it was
But I
me.
can't wait. I'll be angry for a second. Don't worry. All right. Next topic. It's EV cars again. Swedish automaker Volvo, which is actually owned by a Chinese company now. So I don't know
Oh,
if I still say that, but Swedish automaker Volvo abandoned its near term goal of selling only electric vehicles. It was planning on being fully electric, I think, by 2026, or no, I'm sorry, 2030. And now it's aiming for like 90% of its cars to be sold to be fully electric or plug-in hybrid models by 2030, while up to 10% will be for like a limited number of hybrid models. So just another company that's kind of walking back your dream of electric vehicles. Because it does note that this also falls in step with Mercedes, Volkswagen, and other companies. And obviously, Mercedes-Benz Group and Volkswagen own a lot of other car brands,
yeah. I guess I
including
didn't.
everybody's favorite smart car. Good job,
Oh, the
Mercedes.
smart car.
We're like, why did they buy that?
I saw
Or did
one.
they own it? Did they invent smart car?
I saw one the other day, and they were from out of state. I was like, "You drove that to another state?" I
Why didn't you
mean,
just carry it?
yeah.
Like, just put that on the plane. It's fine.
They remind me of like the Fred Flintstone cars, where you use your feet to.
They remind me of a coffin. I just don't think that's
Oh,
safe.
yeah,
You
or
know?
that.
Yeah.
Because if you wreck in that, you're dead.
Oh, there's no forgiveness.
No.
I want an engine and a trunk for forgiveness. 100%.
Yeah. Where'd they even put the engine in that thing? Like in your lap?
Is it in the front like a American car? Is it in the back like a German car?
I don't know. I try not to learn a lot about the smart cars.
I didn't learn anything about the smart cars.
Yeah, that's why we don't know.
And why are they smart? Is that an acronym or
I
are they
don't know.
like that was like it's
Doesn't
like it's smart cuz why?
because it's small.
I don't I,
Mm.
small, mobile, artistic, racing, technical. I don't know.
Oh, you were making up the.
Yeah, I was. But I don't think I did that well. Either way, another car abandoning. I think, I said 2026. I can't find it here. It's not in my notes. I do think they were actually supposed to go fully electric earlier, and now they're pushing it back to 2030. Um,
I didn't even realize they were
I
going
don't know.
all electric.
I
When I
think a
think
lot
of
of people
electric, I don't think of
attempt.
Volvo.
I I didn't even know Volvo was still around. Or I think I'm thinking
Oh.
of Passat.
Oh yeah.
I think I confuse them, and so I always think one is gone, and
Wait.
then when I see Volvo, I'm like, oh my god, you're still here.
Isn't Passat just a Volkswagen? Volkswagen Passat?
Oh wait,
What's a model?
what's the Saab? That's what I'm thinking. I did
Saab.
say Passat, and I'm thinking Saab, and all those words feel the same to me.
Yeah.
They all feel like if I said any of those, you should know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's not from here.
It's not from here. It seems like from one of those 3 countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's a cross on that
We don't
flag.
have to know that. It's
don't have
cheaper
to
over
know
there. They're
that.
expensive here.
Right. They seem fancy, but they're not gonna be fancy. I don't. I feel bad for electric cars. I like them. I don't hate them.
Yeah.
I just don't think. Like, do we have to be fully electric?
I want one. I'm trying to get. I saw Ford has a really good deal on the Mustang Mach-E's right now.
Yeah, I like those. Those are
So,
nice cars.
I had to go get my oil changed this week, and they had a Mustang Mach-E
What's
rally.
the upkeep of an electric vehicle? I'm not doing an. Do you
You're
do?
not. There's nothing. I mean,
There's gotta be something.
wipers, tires.
Yeah, yeah. Tires, wipers, spray,
Spray?
windshield spray.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. That
Windshield wiper
fluid.
fluid.
We got to do Windex. That's name brand, but maybe.
You put Windex in there?
No, you definitely
Okay,
don't. But
you
I just
definitely
mean like
don't.
we gotta have somebody needs to own that market. Give us a name that becomes like just the term. Like we say Kleenex, but you mean tissue
It's definitely just windshield washer fluid, isn't it?
with like maybe something that helps it not freeze in the winter, like salt. I don't know. It's
Well,
gotta
that's-
have like an additional ingredient because I think Does Windex freeze? I've never put that outside
It
in the
does freeze in
winter.
the winter.
Okay, so it's definitely not
Unless
just
you maybe
Windex.
get the they might have like a winter
They do have a
mixture.
winter.
Yeah.
It's like yellow versus blue.
Window.
Like blue is springtime, yellow is winter, or purple. Probably not yellow. It'd look like you got piss on your windshield.
Yeah. Yeah. See, they have an all season.
I do think
It's just called washer fluid.
because Indiana's in like a weird like climate section, the all seasons does work for us, but I also feel like an all season tire is like the least effective tire.
Oh,
Like
agreed.
realistically, if you live somewhere with like hard seasons, you would want snow tires and then you would want summer tires. But we don't do that here. We just get all season tires. I wonder if most people in the US get all season, even in like Minnesota. Like, are Minnesotans running around in all season tires? Do you think, write in, if you're from actual northern land, do you know that you should change your tires? Do you just commit to the all season tires and have shitty tires when it's rainy and shitty tires when it snows? Because that's what we do.
Yeah.
It is cheaper.
Unless you have like a fancy sports car. I know a couple people who do change their tires for those.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't.
But
If you have a fancy sports car, that needs to not be your daily, probably in the
Yeah.
winter.
right.
So maybe just don't buy that winter tires.
Yeah. Unless, it's a nice day out. There's
In
no
the winter.
snow on the road or anything.
Yeah, but you still put the winter tires on because it's possibility.
Because it's winter.
It's winter. That's fair. That's fair. There are things there to change, but I mean, I guess the upkeep of an electric vehicle would be nice.
Yeah.
To not have to do oil changes would
Oh,
be
yeah.
nice.
It was,
Those always come at the most inopportune time. You'll never realize how busy your life is until you have to go get your oil change. Does it take like a half hour? Sure, that's it. Max, maybe.
Oh, no. I was just there for 2 hours.
2 hours?
And I had an appointment.
You got hoodwinked, friend.
The dude,
You done got.
he comes and gets me, and he's like, sorry, I was on the phone with the warranty company for an hour. I was like, you couldn't have somebody else come and get me?
Right.
I don't care about that you're my advisor. That's stupid. Just give me a person to come get me so I can leave.
Were they on like the phone with your warranty company?
No, it was for somebody else's.
Oh,
problem.
so he just was like, he just left you hanging.
Yeah.
They definitely could have just
Because
been
I was like, this is
yo.
taking a while. Because they didn't try to upsell me anything.
Oh, that must be nice. Is that what it's like to be a man?
Maybe.
Well, as a woman who's worked in the auto industry, my favorite thing is to tell them no, watch them do things, and then I look at my bill and I tell them all the things I said no to, and then I end up with a lot of free service because that happens.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I've ended up with like thousands of dollars of free things because I was like, remember when I told you no? I won't be paying for that because I said no. And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has happened to me. I don't know that I want to like call out the car dealership that it happened to.
Yeah.
But I will say it was a Ford dealership.
Okay.
And I kept correcting the guy of which car was mine
Oh.
as he asked me about these things to like upsell me. And eventually I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, go for it. And it was like tire rotation and like probably new windshield wipers and like new filter and new something else. And then at the end, he was like, okay, that'll be this for the type of car. And I was like, no. I have that one. And he goes, I'll be right back. And he goes back in the back. And I think I helped get someone's very old car, like quite the tune up for free.
Cool.
And I think I just got what I needed. My car was pretty new, so it didn't really need anything. So yeah, I think I got what I needed. I got somebody else something. And, you know, I like to think of myself as a Robin Hood of sorts.
Yeah, in that situation, you were.
Yeah. They didn't know it, but I got their car tuned up.
Yeah. When I went to go schedule the oil change online, it was like, here's the recommended service, like the factory service. It was like $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
For what? It's like, no. Just the oil change, please.
There are things that need to be done that they offer you. They almost never need to be done when especially if you're at a third party. The situation I just said at Ford, like, I'm like, that was an older vehicle that ultimately like had all of those things get done to it. So I'm not saying they don't know what they're talking about. They just that was bad like I guess
Wrong car.
details. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like customer service was off. But I've definitely gone to like a third party, maybe like a Jiffy Lube, where I did tell them like, no, I just want my oil changed. I do not want the tire rotation. I do not want the filter change. I do not want like you to top off my windshield wiper fluid. I do not want any of these things done.
Yeah.
Just the oil change. And then they sure did go ahead and do it all. And I did call it out and say I won't be paying for that because I told you no. Like verbal no, committed to no, and you still did it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got it for free, so
That's like,
my thing is always pay attention to what you're about to pay for. If it's if the price looks wrong or if your receipt is way too long for one service.
yeah. That's like my electric bill. I finally got one for the first time in 5 months.
In 5 months?
Yeah. Because, they changed billing systems and it's been a wreck.
Have you been getting electricity for free?
Well, so here's what happened. I got solar panels on my house.
Ooh, love that.
And when I stopped getting bills was the first month I turned the solar panels on.
Oh, so
So
you're
I was like, okay, so they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And when I would go online and be like, there's got to be a bill somewhere, even if it says
it
$0,
would say zero, yeah.
or it should say how much I'm making and all this stuff. There was just nothing out there. So I contacted them and they're like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. I'm like, but there's nothing there. They're like, yeah, no, we have billing issues. Okay, fine. So they finally sent me one. They wanted like over $800.
Nope.
And I called them. I was like, no. Because I can see in the app how much power I'm making a month
Right.
versus how much they're saying I'm using. I'm like, I'm making as much as I'm using a month.
Right.
I shouldn't really owe you guys anything. And they're like, yeah, we messed up the billing. Instead of crediting, we were charging you
Yeah.
for the electricity. So they're supposed to fix it and send me another one.
But how many people had that happen to them or something of the like? Because I'm sure maybe they go back, maybe they didn't properly track things through those months for other customers.
Oh, yeah.
And people just paid the bill because they were like, what the hell? And like, that's stupid. But they know they
Oh.
haven't paid in 5 months. So they're like, fine.
If you go to
Like,
the website, right at the top, it says, we're having billing issues.
yeah.
So, like, just check your bill.
Also, how does a company have, like, how'd you stay afloat for that
Well,
long with billing issues for 5 months?
So they had, they upgraded their 20-year-old billing system to a new one.
I hate when I upgrade and it sucks.
Yeah, and ever since then, everybody's been having issues.
The transfer didn't quite
Yeah.
transfer.
And actually, they just took the website down for like 4 or 5 days. And I got an email today that said, we're back up. Everything's good now. It still says I owe like over $800. So
Not
that'll be
quite.
a call tomorrow.
You know, if you know someone in IT, send them a beer because that can't be fun. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
Although you would, I don't know how, like, if it's possible, but you would think you roll things out in segments so that you're in,
Yeah.
and maybe you are just in the unlucky group of people that experienced the new system, but it seems like not. It seems like maybe all of their customers are using the new system, and that would be a nightmare. Like,
Yeah. Because I think it had to do when I got the solar panel. Because, they had to come out, change my meter
sure.
to a meter that can, to bidirectional.
Yeah.
And then they gave me the okay to turn them on. So ever since then, it's been not working.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
But everyone else, like in that system, probably also had billing issues.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's
Yeah,
not
there was
because you have solar panels. It's like their billing system affected.
Right. Yeah. There was other
probably
people
everyone.
that had issues, but
Right.
the most recent one, like when I called in, specific people with solar panels.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they were having issues with
Well,
that.
then the world's against you because the electric vehicles aren't going to be as fast as you thought, and your solar panels are going to cost you $800 for 5 months.
Oh, they won't. I won't be paying that.
I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, next topic. I love this one. Reese, as in Reese's Pieces, is now the official partner of Chicago Size Angel Reese. The official partnership will include merch. And fun fact that I did not know, her fandom, she already called them Reese's Pieces. So it kind of was like a natural thing. She tweeted it one day, was like, Reese's Pieces, where you at? And some very smart, social media managers said that, you're our favorite. And a new partnership was born.
Sometimes that's all you got to do
I
Just
know.
have a big following and tweet something that could be.
And have a name that's just already a brand.
Yeah.
Because who needs confusion when you can have partnerships?
Right.
You know? I think it's like, I'm so happy for her. And I hope that all of her fans get free candy. That's all I can imagine. If I go to a
Ah.
Chicago Sky game, do I get free Reese Pieces? Because I love them.
If you join the fan group,
I'm a big chocolate peanut butter fan.
I bet she has like a season ticket section.
And you get Reese Pieces?
They're called the Reese's Pieces.
If they're, because there's like multiple colors, kind of very like a la M&M's.
Mhm.
And I think there's only like 3 or 4, but I
Yeah.
think every 3 or 4 people should be one of those colors.
Oh yeah.
Just Reese
kinda
Piece
cool.
it.
I don't know if they would go with the Sky's colors. Probably not.
Not at all. No. They would, but it's okay to stick out. I think that would be the point of a fan section.
Okay.
Yeah. But it just made me think too of all the weird like fandoms and also because I think Caitlin Clark is the, counterpart to Angel Reese in so many ways. And she has some options like Clark's shoes. She can sell us sensible shoes. The Wallabies are going to be a fall staple of most white men on Wall Street.
The Wallabies?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's just a shoe. It's
Oh.
it's just a sensible shoe.
Okay.
It's comfy.
I don't have sensible shoes.
Well,
Unless they're
would you buy
Crocs.
them if Caitlin Clark said to?
Maybe.
I think that could be it. Anyway, so I just wanted to cover because Caitlin Clark doesn't have a fandom name. And I feel like Indianapolis needs to name her fandom if she's not going to, because I feel like she's kind of chill, so she probably won it.
Right.
And Angel Reese was kind of like a layup almost.
Yeah,
No pun intended,
easy.
but Reese Pieces, that was pretty solid of
Yeah.
her. I guess she could have went with peanut butter cups. The Reese cups.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
like those better than the pieces.
Yeah.
But
She had options.
yeah.
I think does Reese own any other candy? Probably,
Oh
but
yeah,
like
probably.
but she picked a good one. But like Taylor Swift has the Swifties. Her friend Selena Gomez, Selenators? I actually can't say that one.
Oh, that's not a good one.
Rihanna has the Navy.
That's weird.
Not the US Navy, but like Rihanna's Navy.
Oh.
That's what they call themselves.
Okay.
Which feels more intimidating. I will say
Mm.
that. And like perhaps just really well run. That's what makes
Oh,
me
yeah.
like Rihanna's fan group is like, we go at 0600.
Yeah.
There's obviously the Beliebers.
Mhm.
Lady Gaga has the Monsters. And then Beyonce has the Beehive. So my question for you, friend, what are we naming Caitlin Clark's? The Clark bars.
Clark bars.
Because then we can also get candy.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to come up with something right away,
What
but
a-
I just feel like there's so many weird fandoms out there. What do we name our own fandom?
Well,
Dinner party guests? Do we just call them guests?
no, they're just part of the Shrimp Jesus cult. They're cult members.
I forgot the cult members.
Yeah. We ever start like a
If we have a
membership
fandom,
thing
it's
or-
just the cult member.
yeah, you're getting a Shrimp Jesus member.
And you're getting a catalog. We're definitely
Oh.
sending out a catalog so you can
Okay.
figure out what like jewelry you need to buy to be in the Shrimp Jesus cult.
Yeah. I don't know. She needs something.
Right?
Speaking of Caitlin Clark, I saw her on the way here today.
You had a celebrity side. She's the only celeb. Well, okay, that's mean to like every other sports star in Indianapolis, but she's
Yeah.
got to be P1, right? If we're talking about famous athletes in Indianapolis,
Yeah, I was driving. I actually took the downtown route today to get here,
which is a
and-
mess. By
Yeah,
the way.
and
Anyway.
well, it's faster than the highway.
There's
so,
no real route
It's-
anywhere right now.
yeah.
The irony. Anyway.
And I was at the stoplight, and I was getting ready to turn left. It was green. She was coming straight, and I look up, and I was like, "That's definitely Caitlin Clark." And then I looked in the rearview
Caitlin,
mirror.
baby, we got to get some darker windows. You're too famous to
Yeah.
be recognized in your car.
Rearview mirror, saw the car she was driving. I'm not gonna call her out on what I don't. Gotta give her some mystery.
She for sure has stalkers, so let's not
Yeah,
cater to
won't-
that crowd.
won't tell her what she's driving. So, but yeah, that was definitely her.
That's exciting. This is the biggest day of your month. I guarantee it.
Yeah, we're
I don't know
early
what
on.
next month holds, but September, it's done. That's the best thing that's going to happen to you this month.
Yeah, it was
Caitlin
cool.
Clark.
I have seen one other famous person ish downtown once.
Did you see Peyton Manning?
Uh, no,
Oh, okay.
it was a football person though.
Oh,
The old coach of the Tennessee Titans,
okay.
Jeff Fisher.
Okay.
He was just walking down the street.
I don't know
We
who
were
that is.
we were playing the Titans. Or
Oh,
no,
okay.
we weren't. It was the NFL Combine,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
You can see a lot
yeah,
of, if you have NFL favorites and you have nothing to do in like March,
yeah, I think so.
come
Or
on
April.
over to Indianapolis because those people will be around
Yeah, he was just walking down Washington Street.
chilling.
Yeah,
I mean, we're a pretty low key city. Like, nothing's going to happen to you if you are famous. You could walk around and not be bothered. Like, you're not going to get bothered any more than any other person on the street because the only person that's going to bother you is maybe like somebody asking for money.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And honestly, they're not really aggressive here, I would say.
Yeah, no, they just sit there and
You're pretty chill.
waggle their cup.
That's true. That's true. Or like we have some friends that get a little imaginative, perhaps, and I see them walk around just yelling things, but
Oh, I saw one of those today.
you know, it's
Yeah.
it's still pretty chill. There's still not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you can be famous in Indiana and be safe. Really safe. Come to Indiana if you're famous. We're safe for you.
Yeah.
I think that's our new tagline. Visit Indiana. Celebrities are safe here.
But Caitlin Clark, we got to figure out something.
She needs to not drive herself, right? Like, can we do better? She needs like a driver, right?
Right.
Surely, also like race season's done. We could get her one of those guys. Like,
Yeah.
what do they do in the off season?
Hanging around.
Nothing. You're a professional driver. Drive Caitlin Clark,
Sounds like a match.
right? Done. Done. Easy peasy. That guy can make some extra money
Yeah.
on the side, and
He ain't racing.
she's safe and sound, professional driver to and from, because
What more
the
should she ask for?
the roads are horrendous right now. So
And you know
the
he's good
headache.
at weaving in and out of
Oh
traffic.
yeah, she's wherever she lives to the field house and whatever minimal time half hour. I feel like everything takes a half hour in Indianapolis.
Yeah. 'Cause
Right?
that's definitely the direction she was going. She was actually like the street that runs right by the field house. She was going there.
She's going work.
She was.
You saw that girl work.
She's going to go drop another triple double.
I mean, probably that's just what she does.
Yeah.
So like life is just different now. But I do need someone to name her fandom. We need to get with that. And maybe it's because hers is so wide. Is it just everyone? Like, is you're a Caitlin Clark fan, you welcome to the world?
I want to like try to combine it with another player. Like Clarkenheimers, like, or the Clarken.
Right? Like Barbenheimer.
Yeah. Or
I mean, Clarkston's because Boston.
Clarkstons. I think that's right now we're going
It
with
sounds
that.
like we would be a family. The Clarkstons.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now we have to go with that until we find a better alternative.
This show is not long enough for you and I to actually come up with a fandom that can, in fact, be like franchised and sponsored by something. I really honestly think we've got Clark Bar and Clark Shoes. Because if partnerships are that easy, then like, let's just go, right? Like, come on.
I know what I'll do.
Get the girl some shoes.
I'll
Get her
ask.
some. I don't know that I love a Clark Bar, but I'll eat one for her.
I'll ask ChatGPT.
This is just a BT dub while you chat GPT. Joey Chestnut did win his hot dog eating match on Netflix.
Yeah, we did have to bring that up after we.
I needed to do that update for you.
Yeah.
I saw the title ad and that he won. So in case anybody missed, like 3 episodes in a row, we covered professional hot dog eating, or I guess just professional eating in general. And Joey Chestnut back on top. Easy peasy. Chat GPT me. Tell me what it's got.
Well, Clark's Court.
Oh, I like it.
That's number 1.
I think we should actually just like rename a court. Well, like Iowa. Iowa could rename a court for her.
Yeah.
Clark's Court.
Clark's Court. Caitlin's Crew.
Easy.
Clark's Sharpshooters.
Feels aggressive, but I could get behind it.
Triple Threat Tribe.
Oh, done. I want to be a part of the triple threat tribe.
Long Range Legends.
Ooh.
Ooh, Caitlin's Commanders. That can go up against the Navy.
Yeah. Caitlin's Commanders. What about Clark's Commanders? I think we need to use their last name.
Clark's Commanders.
That
Yeah.
sounds serious. That sounds like a official title. We're going places with that one.
Yeah. Let's just pin it right now. Clark's Commanders.
And I want a t-shirt that has like, it
Oh,
looks like you have
yeah.
ridiculous ribbons and like shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to look like you have authority to be somewhere
Oh, yeah.
if you're a Clark commander.
Like in each
That
year.
also sounds like a team, to be honest. Like maybe she just has her own team and it's the Clark's Commanders.
Well, like each
Clark's
year
Commanders.
that you're in the part of the fan club, you get like another
New
stripe.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. And you could earn buttons.
Yeah.
Caitlin, have we got a business idea for
Oh,
you?
so good.
Oh my gosh. I think we just figured this out for her.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Solved.
Okay. Well, we need to wrap this show up because we got to go pitch Caitlin Clark and we know where she is right now.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, see you later. This one's short. No, that's crazy, but we should actually, you got to tweet that at her.
Yeah, if I see her next time, I'll turn around and be like, hey,
Roll down, just like give her one of the, like,
Yeah.
roll down your
Clark's Commanders. You like it?
window. Let's talk more. Just sign your number to her
Yeah.
as she
I'll,
drives.
I'll give you my autograph.
Yeah.
And with my
Here's, yeah,
number.
I'm married, but we need to do business.
Right.
We got it. All right. Next topic. This one's way less fun than Caitlin Clark and super annoying. A new bro title was bestowed in Silicon Valley over the weekend. It's called Founder Mode. Y Combinator co-founder Paul Graham coined the term, which basically caused a bunch of people to argue on the internet because they felt like it was very mansplaining and the definition of it would really be micromanager because his kind of background on it is that a lot of people are taught to manage in school, but being a founder is totally different. And a lot of founders feel gaslit into thinking that professional managers know what's best for their startups. And then they end up hiring like fakers who lead the company, to failure. And to me, what you're actually saying is, I am bad at people speaking to my ego and not knowing when they're lying to me. Because I think you can hire a good worker if you are in fact a good manager yourself. So you may be a founder, but perhaps you yourself are a bad manager. Like I don't think founder mode should disclude hiring managers.
Okay. So when you said like a new bro,
It's like a brute, like it's giving girl boss or like people saying like on the grind. Like
so you wouldn't call your friend like, hey.
you'd be like, I'm going founder mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you're like, I'm doing it myself. I'm not taking advice from all these other people. I'm not gonna let like this manager do this thing. Like I know what's best for this company. I'm in founder mode.
Okay. I mean,
It just
Sure.
feels like toxic working. Like if you've got a guy that's heading your company, he's like, I'm in founder mode. I'd be like, I don't want to work here.
it's a little weird. I don't think I want to hear anybody describe themselves as founder mode, but I think it'd be maybe okay if somebody else be like, oh, that person is in founder mode.
If you use it lightheartedly, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to work for someone, nor have someone, self-identified as being in founder mode. I think the larger
Yeah.
conversation was like he tried to kind of be like, you can't have managers and give it. I feel like I mean, it's an entrepreneur, right? Like that's really what we're talking about. And I have been that, and I would say I'm a manager now. I'm a chief title, so I feel like I have been both. And I genuinely think being a founder means you need to find good people because you can't build a company without people. And if you are bad at finding people, then maybe you're a bad founder.
Yeah. I mean, the people are the company,
You cannot grow a company without people.
the good people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
And
to have them.
I don't know that I necessarily have any examples of companies going under because they hired bad managers. I think it's totally fair that people get caught out by like professional managers that know how like this is going to roll, because I do think people a lot of managers kind of create a system in which they orchestrate and hire people under and like make things
Hmm.
go a certain way. So I think you have to find someone that's willing to like understand your founder system and like work within those constraints. But again, I kind of feel like, yeah, every once in a while you could interview someone who seems like a great fit and awesome. And then, yeah, they actually were just bullshitting you. And you end up with someone who's taking you for a ride and taking all your money. And I bet that happens a lot because there's a lot of money in startups.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good talkers out there. Those smooth talkers.
Yeah, like I kind of feel like this guy, I don't know if he ever got had and that's what he was speaking to, but if you got caught out by a pro manager, like, welcome to the club. I think a lot of people get had every day by smooth talkers.
Oh yeah.
Like, you had a bad hire because they probably overly complimented you and like made you believe that everything was going to be great. Also, maybe you had a bad idea. Maybe you founded a company like,
Yeah.
what was it? Like Thornos? Elizabeth, the girl that went to jail because her company didn't do at all what she said. She had like billions of dollars put into a company that was supposed to like be able to like have you spit in a bottle and it would tell you if you had like cancer or not.
Oh really?
Yeah. And she defrauded all of those billions of dollars because her like I don't even know if the machine really existed. Like but she gave out advice to like customers of like, "Nah, you don't need your cancer meds." But
Oh
they like certainly did need those cancer
yeah.
meds. They very much had the big C.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why would you? That's a weird.
Do you think she can also go back now and say, I was in founder mode and just hired some bad pro managers? There's somebody in founder mode that like people go to
No,
jail.
that's all on her. If she was selling something that didn't even exist,
But is that founder mode?
no, it's dumb.
Dumb mode.
Yeah. It's 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 like slime bally, skeezy. I don't know those word, whatever that word I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, slimy,
Yeah,
sketchy,
yeah.
shady.
Defrauding.
Yeah, that's the official title of it, is fraud. That's
Yeah,
in fact what I think she went to jail for.
yeah. That makes sense.
That sure is what you get charged
I
for.
agree
Yeah.
with that judge and jury.
I'm going to refer to her as founder mode though. I don't like his term. I feel like it is sort of like like founder mode. Like
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think just because he like listen, there are bad managers out there. There are bad founders. There are bad like hourly wage workers. There are bad workers out there that you could totally like as people. Like
Yeah.
likable people can be bad at their jobs.
Oh yeah.
Unlikable people can be great at their jobs.
Sometimes
People are people.
the people who are bad at their jobs are the funniest.
It's true. And that's why that's called a personality hire.
Yeah.
And that's one term that I absolutely believe in.
Yeah.
You like see somebody enter and you're like, you ain't doing anything but keeping the vibes good. Keep those vibes a going, my friend.
Yep.
Keep them going.
I've worked with some of those.
Sometimes I feel like that person. I'm like, oh man. But then you're like, well, I have less to own up to.
Yeah.
But, you know, as a personality hire, it can be really draining to keep the vibes high. I just want to say that. You know, it's a lot of work.
It
actually,
is.
like coming in with crazy stories.
Yeah. You got to live that life.
Yeah, you gotta
Or
live
you got to
that
sit
life.
at home and think about them.
You gotta come in with an entertaining way to describe a story,
Yeah.
especially if the story is actually kind of boring. You gotta like drop little like weird things. You basically have to like become like Phoebe from Friends or Alexa from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
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 That's the person you become to become the personality hire.
It just made me remember a dream I had. And it was my favorite dream, and I still remember it. So I went to the airport in my dream, and I walk in, and TSA had replaced all of like the dogs
Yeah.
with giant gorillas.
Okay.
And I was terrified because like
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
this gorilla is like twice as big as any gorilla I've ever seen.
Right.
And they could understand English, and he had just like a plain t-shirt on.
They put the gorilla in a
Yeah,
t-shirt?
he had a t-shirt, no pants, just a t-shirt.
Did it say GSA?
No, it was just like
No,
it's
they were
just like
like, we just got to put something on these
I
beasts.
I think it was just like an orange shirt,
Okay, they're like
and
prisoners.
they said, well, because the one gorilla I made eye contact with,
Oh no.
he had a name because the other dude working was like yelled at the gorilla to come over here and
Was it
sniff our
Kong?
area. No, his name was Moobs.
Moves.
Yeah,
All right.
Moobs the gorilla.
Moves the gorilla.
And he walked over and he like looked at me like he just
He hates his job.
yes.
Yeah.
That eye like the eyes, I was like, oh, this poor guy hates his job here. But I could definitely tell he understood everything in English. Like I just got that vibe from him.
Well, it is your dream, so you know.
Yeah. I could yeah, we were like, pretty in touch. I could read like his mind, it felt like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my
Did he check your bag?
no, he just
He's
stands
just-
there and you walk by him and he smells you. That's not intimidating.
You know what? You might have something there.
Yeah.
That's another layer of TSA that's coming soon. Planet of the Apes. We got this.
You gonna bring a bomb on the plane when you might get smashed by a gorilla? I don't
Or
think so.
like argue over something that you have to throw away.
Yeah.
No. Water
Just-
bottle ain't worth it, babe.
No. Gorilla will just whack you.
Gorilla. That reminds me that I keep getting ads for old school Jersey Shore over Labor Day. It's
Ugh.
like Gorilla Central. Get up. There are juice heads everywhere. And I just remembered that I love JWoww. So
Sounds terrible.
that's my shout out. All right. 2 more topics. This one I was super excited to
Okay.
tell you about. There's a new app called Timeleft. It schedules dinners for you and 5 strangers. And it's available in cities like Denver, DC, and our very own Indianapolis. So
Oh.
you 5 people every Wednesday 7 p.m. I think it's like $20 to book. And yeah, you can you go to dinner with strangers.
So I wonder if it's like at
Make
the
a new
same
friend group.
place every Wednesday.
No, I bet it's I bet you can pick where you want to go.
Huh. Time left. Might have to
You're gonna-
download it. I just want to see what it looks like.
Listen, we record on a Thursday. We can come in with some good stories.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that it has to be, it's like you. Like, I don't know if you could pick a friend or take a friend, but it
Ooh.
just seems honestly, Time Left is literally a dinner party app. Like 6
Yeah.
people, that's a dinner party.
It sure is.
Right.
Why weren't we involved?
Oh my gosh. We found our own partnership. We're going to make it happen. But I think this is really fun because if you are a single person that is so inclined to be extroverted, that's kind of interesting to
I
just
think it's
go
a
to
cool
dinner.
concept.
Like, especially Wednesday, maybe you got nothing going on in a week. Maybe you want to try a new restaurant. I don't know what restaurants it books for you, if you can book anywhere. Maybe it's just a restaurant that you like and you can go and meet people and it is what it is. And who knows?
So you take a personality test
Science.
and you get matched with people.
Love it.
Yep. All dinners take place on Wednesday evening. You pick a time. Oh no, it is just, yeah, you're right, 7 p.m.
Yep.
Uh,
Consistency is key in any friendship group.
receive information about your group on Tuesday.
Just in case one person said, I like serial killing.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully that's on
They
the-
said, oops, I mean true crime.
Yeah. I like to make the true crime. Shows them what industry they work in, their nationality, their zodiac sign for people who are into that sort of thing.
I want to be able to only go to dinner with Geminis.
Oh, I saw something.
Because then it's really 12 people.
Actually, yeah, this one's 50% Pisces in this one.
Oh, interesting.
Somebody sent me a thing this week on Instagram. It was like, ladies, fantasy football to guys is like our zodiac signs. Or
Are you under the chief or the horseshoe?
right.
I can get with that. Your sun sign is Colts, but your moon sign is Bears.
Oh.
I don't know what your moon sign is.
Okay.
You'd have to just pick your second favorite team.
Oh.
Colts is who you are out loud, but who
Yeah.
do you cheer for at home on a Thursday night?
I don't know.
Broncos.
Oh, well, When Peyton was playing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tampa?
No.
Never.
Mm.
Cincinnati?
No.
Detroit? For the feel good times?
Mm. I did like Barry Sanders for the short amount of time
I feel like Detroit was so sad for so long. You have to be happy for them.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad they're doing better.
All right. Well, you're Detroit Rising Colts son.
Timeleft has an icebreaker game.
Oh, see, it comes up with everything. You can just hang out.
Tells you what restaurant you're going to on Wednesday morning.
Oh, it's like, it doesn't really give the details until it's like time.
Post dinner, you get to rate each person good, not good, or not there.
Ooh, call people out.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to judge someone. That's fun. Let's judge strangers after having a dinner with them.
Chat with people you were compatible with.
Ooh, is this trying to be a dating app?
I don't know.
Or again, like friend group. Maybe you could just talk to your table. What if you had like one of the worst restaurant experiences ever? Like you'd want to talk. You could build a friendship off of a terrible restaurant experience.
Yeah. This is kind of a cool idea.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because our dinner party podcast may be trying something fun. Maybe. All right. Final topic of tonight before I let you have a nightcap.
Yeah.
A school district in Silicon Valley will not renew a nearly $200,000 contract with an energy healer because the parents voiced concerns that perhaps that was a bit too much. So basically, all these kids are entering into the new school year with bad vibes. No more energy healer.
Perhaps it's
better vibes.
Not real.
Perhaps it's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 200 grand, I don't know. I mean, school district, that makes me believe it was a public school district that hired an energy healer. And I just want to know how they got that passed when, like, there are schools without bands, there are schools without certain sports, but this school district had an energy healer? And what, pray tell, does a child do to ensure they see the energy healer? Does the energy healer wander the halls and say, your aura is red, come child?
Yeah.
Like, can they pull people out of class because they just see? I don't even know if an aura is what helps an energy healer. I don't know what they see in base.
We might have to go 21 Jump Street and go undercover.
We
figure this out.
Yeah, you and your beard are going to go into an elementary school and see.
Oh, it's elementary school.
Well, I don't know. It's a school district. I guess it could be high school.
I was thinking high school.
Yeah, okay.
Would be where I would go.
Yeah.
Not elementary school.
We could just be teachers. We don't even have to 21 Jump Street it. We might play. We might look like teachers more than we look like students.
Yeah. Well,
not that Channing Tatum ever looked like a high schooler either, but
yeah.
Yeah,
that might be easier. I hear the interview process. Ooh, teacher's aid.
Oh, there we go. We can definitely do teacher's aid.
Yeah, that'd be easiest.
For sure. We just start asking the kids if they saw the energy healer. We start asking round
coaches
who saw the energy healer.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
See if they got healed. I can't imagine like a school district spending that much money because teachers don't make that much money. I don't know what a teacher, because I don't have the school district name or anything like that. But I cannot imagine them spending. I don't know how many energy healers were hired for 200 grand, but I just feel like it wasn't that many, right?
It's a special skill.
Right.
So maybe one.
It's
California.
And they took all $200,000. Also, do you think the superintendent was like, I'm really into this.
Oh, yeah.
I have hired an energy healer. And the superintendent just had like a year of really great energy.
And that PTO board had to approve it, right?
Do you think did he go into like PTO meetings with just like such great energy? Like so good vibes.
Yeah. How come you're doing so well? It's this energy healer.
Right. I just keep this person so rocks are supposed to help you do things, right?
Okay.
Like clear energy. Imagine if you just kept an energy healer next to you instead of a rock.
Oh, even better because it's living.
Right. They're
right.
Doing all sorts of things. If you're only listening to this podcast, I just healed Keith by working his aura.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a little bit. More vibrational.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Surely It says parents voice concerns. Why did a teacher not voice concern? And did the teacher voice a concern? I have concerns. I'm not even in the school district, and
I
I have
need
concerns.
I need you to schedule an energy healer with yourself and see what happens. See if you know, if you feel better, what your energy feels like.
What do you think it was supposed to help the kids? Like, do you think they worked with kids who perhaps had some like personality issues, or I don't know what the appropriate term would even be,
Big behavioral,
but yes, behavioral issues.
or like maybe it's for kids who have a hard time concentrating. Maybe
Perhaps.
they teach them or try to teach them how. Like, oh, just don't worry about it. Just let your feelings go.
I pulled it up, and it says that it's supposed to help the children center themselves.
Uh-huh. Center themselves.
So perhaps the energy healer would come in before a test. Could you just be like, maybe if the energy healer didn't like pop in real quick, you'd be like, I need to retake this test. The energy healer did not come, and
I
I was
was
not sent.
I
I
was
was
off centered.
uncentered
Yeah, I was off center
for
that
that
day.
math quiz. I don't feel
Ugh.
safe here. Well, either way, the kids are not all right because their energy healer's gone. So that's a bummer.
The poor kids.
I know. What is
Man.
America doing?
Right.
Listen, there's no bands, there's no energy healers.
Not
Why do we
going.
even send them to school anymore?
I don't know.
Anyway. All right, Keith. It is that time in the episode, my friend. It is time for a nightcap.
Yeah. Today, well, you probably heard of this too,
Okay.
because I didn't brief you before.
Okay.
Have you seen this thing going around about corn sweat?
I have. Have I
What
heard
in the
about corn
world?
sweat? So
It's
luckily,
real.
you know what's crazier? Today, the high is, let me look, 88.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's high is like 75.
Okay. Nice.
So it's like a 10-degree swing.
I like it.
But last week, it felt like Satan's ass crack.
Wow.
It was so hot and humid.
It was.
It was.
It was.
I got myself on that one.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
It was so hot. It was like 100 degrees for 4 days in a row. And this is Indiana. If you are from Texas or the South, I have lived there. I know that this is nothing. But we had already had like a taste of fall. And
Yeah.
that is why this weather felt so awful.
You
because
can't go from 1 week of
perfect
low
weather.
70s to
Perfect. It was like, well, like maybe high 70s
Yeah,
during
it
the
was
day,
awesome, though.
then low 70s at night.
50s at night.
Yeah, well, 50s at
Yeah,
night. But
it
like
was awesome.
sunset, you're like low 70s. So you're like sweatshirt and shorts weather, which
Yeah.
is
Oh yeah.
chef's kiss. We literally went from in sunny every day. We went
Uh-huh.
from the most perfect weather to hot, humid,
Yep.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It was awful. And then they blamed it on corn sweat and
Yeah.
climate change.
Yeah. It's I was like, this isn't real. So I Googled it, and absolutely it is real. I guess just like any plant, the corn absorbs the water
Sure.
and then releases it through evaporation through its leaves. And
Right.
they say this mostly happens in July.
Oh, so we did get
The
it later.
Yeah, the sweat usually happens in July.
Basically, because of corn and the amount of corn that we have, we end up extra humid.
Yeah, because it actually, it said regions like the Midwest,
Right.
where all the corn is grown,
Right.
are affected by it.
So Iowa is king of the corn crop
Yeah.
in the US. And it just made me wonder how awful it felt there. Because I was like, it is humid here. Corn or no corn, it was humid. But I would love to know what Iowa felt like. Because they literally have they have like a corn castle and everything like that. Iowa's genuinely like, I think their number one export's definitely corn, but I think they might be number one in the nation. And that's insane. And it was way too hot. And I don't understand why the corn needed to release the extra water. I feel like we haven't had that much rain.
Yeah, no. This says 75 to 80% of the U.S. corn is grown in the Midwest, and in the entire U.S., there's approximately 94.9 million acres of corn.
That's so much corn. Do we
Yeah.
eat that much corn? Is it all like human corn, like sweet corn, or it's
Uh,
got to be feed,
yeah, no,
right?
some of it's feed or for the fuel,
Oh yeah, I forget about
stuff like
ethanol.
that.
We still do that, huh?
Yeah.
Remember when that was going to save the world?
Yeah.
Ethanol. Now it's
Yeah.
electric.
And then like only certain cars could get it.
Yeah.
My
Only
truck can
certain
get it.
places have it.
My truck can use it actually.
There you
I've
go.
only done it once.
It's expensive,
Well, it was
right?
less. It's usually cheaper.
Is it cheaper now?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Usually.
Because it's made of corn.
Right.
Fuel.
Flex fuel.
We'll figure it out one day, whether
Yeah.
it's a battery or a flex fuel, or maybe we harvest moisture out of the corn and, we steam power cars again. Give that a second go.
Just fill it up with water.
Yeah. It'd be problematic. Well, I think on that note, we can cap today's video.
Yeah.
That was a good nightcap. Good
Yeah.
job.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.